Alright guys, we'll start off with this one, okay? I'm going to show you this screen. This screen happens if your game crashes. And it says you also killed the boss and you crash. So it will be given a special item that allows you to insta kill that boss. You're going to say yes. Okay, the way that works and the way I got this ring is basically an exploit you can abuse. The reality of it is you'll probably only want to use it for the last boss, but every boss in this game has a drop, or every monster in this thing has drops, okay? But for the bosses in particular, like the final boss, he has this ring, and it's a legendary drop, which means it's a very high drop chance. And if you want that, everybody else basically just gives you charms, okay? So let's say, for example, which is Kaluka, he can give me a forbidden charm, and I didn't get it. And for some odd reason, I really want this one because that's how I want to get it. I want to get it because he drops it. Okay, cool. You basically head over to your boss fight. You're gonna fight the boss. You're gonna kill the boss, and then you're gonna alt F4. When you reload back in, that little thing, that prompt is going to be there, and that prompt basically gets you one free horn that allows you to insta kill the bosses. Then you can spam repeat killing the boss and backing out, okay? Because you keep the horn. So for example, right here, I can just go, oh, okay, I don't like whatever, right? Kill him. Look, oh, he gave it to me. There, I would have had it right there, right? But if for whatever odd reason I wasn't satisfied, you just alt F4 out of the game and you rinse and repeat. And then when you come back in, should just give you another horn. Or if you're like me, I'll get the horn and then you touch your bed and you save. That way you have the horn in your inventory when you spawn. Okay, just in case some funky stuff happens. I don't know. Stuff happens, okay? Okay, you're gonna say, okay, once again, look, you're da-da-da-da-da. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, I would love it. And then there you go. Here's your horn of Kaluka. Okay? And you can rinse and repeat as many times as you want till you can get whatever you want. But like I said, I would get this horn. I'd go to sleep. Okay? Then you get a game saved. That way, instead of having to back out entirely, alt F4ing entirely, you don't have to. All you have to do is... Okay, 1 second. Come on. Okay. Alt F4ing entirely. All you have to do is go to the boss, fight it, and then if you don't like what you got, you hit this, you hit this, you hit this. It'll prompt you back here. It'll prompt you back to the main menu. And that way, you know, because some of your computers, I get it. Like some of your computers, they can't deal with just turning off and turning back on. So once you do it one time, then you can just do that. And then you'll get woken up. And then boom. Look, it's exactly where I had it. And you'll keep it basically forever. Up until you use it. And then you save. And then when you save, you don't have an inventory. Okay? That's my major tip number 1 if you guys want to cheese content. This is, once again... I wouldn't advise it if you really want to enjoy the game for what it is. I have 30+ hours in the game. And like I told you guys, in this episode, I'm going to give you guys some tips, some tricks, what I learned, what I would do differently. And I'm going to just give an honest review of the game as it is right now. And basically, my idea behind what this game could become. And if I think this is something that long term, wow, it's a great while to play. And you know what, spoilers, yes, I cannot wait for this game to get expanded. I cannot wait for there to be more. I want to play the crap out of this game. Okay, next tidbit. Okay, we have a save. Remember that we have a save as of right now. So this is another thing I did. This is a tidbit. This is how I got a 37 yo-yo. Come here, we have a save file. I hit the forbidden charm. I hit yes, is -2. I don't like -2. We're gonna exit, we're gonna save. Okay, cool. To do this more efficiently, I would say buy a full set, buy 5. Because what you can do, or what I was doing, I bought the 3 for the yo-yo. So look, now we're back. My ring and nothing. I have my thing. Okay. Okay, we come back in, ring this, use. Okay, 4. Oh, okay, cool. Let's say 4. Let's say I want to keep 4, okay? And 4 isn't bad. Honestly, I wouldn't mind keeping 4. It has 5 slots, so 4 is plenty. So let's just go, and then we're gonna go get more. Okay, and let's say we're gonna keep 4. We're gonna keep 4. And this, once again, this is because I'm just not prepared. The only reason why I'm having to do this extra shit. But you guys are gonna be prepared, right? So because of that, this won't matter. Okay, cool. So perfect. It's the last 4 I'm missing. So we're gonna sell off all these, sell off these, sell off this. Okay. Perfect. Now we head home. Okay. Now remember, I said I'm going to keep the 4. Okay. For whatever odd reason, I like 4. It's a good roll. Okay. Honestly, if you're gonna do this and you're gonna take your time to do it anyways, I'd probably say go for 5+. It probably is more time consuming, but for the sake of the video, because I've basically beaten the game, I'm not gonna trip too much about like one roll. So this next roll, we're gonna try to go for 5+, but I'm just gonna show you guys one time, and then after that, you guys are off on your own. We're gonna go on to the next one. Okay, cool. Remember, one roll already there. 6, perfect. Okay, we're gonna go home. I know it's barely just started, but guess what? You're gonna save it. Because when it gets to a crap roll, you're gonna see how you save this. Great, awesome, continue. This is basically, I got this idea basically from Pokemon. If you guys have never done like a save run where you like fight legendaries and you save beforehand so that you can kind of do like a shiny, so you like do reset runs. Okay, cool, so we're saved. Now we have 2 down. I got a 4. Oh, a 1. I don't want a 1. Oh, no. Can't do a 1. The 1 is disgusting. Hit that exit to menu. Exit to menu does not save your progress. It literally just abruptly just takes you back to your green thing. What does that mean for us? That means in our inventory we have a ring with only 2 still, and we still have all our charms. This is the cheese. If you guys want to literally hit basically a ridiculous like rolls, this is probably your way of doing it, so that you don't have to keep freaking going back and buying them. They're pretty expensive. So per item, you can literally just buy the exact amount you would need in the sewers. Okay, you do need to unlock the sewers for you to do this one. You could technically do the same thing with the golden ones, but I mean, you're literally battling between 2 and 3. So that's a lot of extra effort for not very much stats, but you're more than welcome to. That's really your cup of tea. Knock yourselves out. Okay, cool. We have 2 once again. Okay, we're at basically 10 already on that. So that ring is about to become disgusting. The more we add onto it, the worse it's gonna get. Another one, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna do this until basically I feel satisfied with my rolls. I'll get back to you guys. Let me finish this up, so you guys could just see kind of what potential this has. But the reality is, you guys kind of understand, right? If we're rolling 5s and 6s continuously, maybe even 4s if I allow it, minimum 20 attack on a ring, maximum 30 attack on the ring, which is insane. You would be hitting like a truck off of one ring. Now imagine you do that and you apply it to everything, right? I do it for this one, that's another plus whatever, and then you do the rolls, which by the way, you could also cheese the rolls. If you're not aware of that, you can also cheese the rolls because it's the same concept. The thing is, you're just doing save resets. We buy 20 of these. This is ideally how I would do it. I'd buy 20 of these and then go to bed, then come back, do my runs, and if I don't get a green or whatever, boop, I exit out, come back, and I still have the 20. That way I don't have to keep rebuying, and I'm just basically rinsing and repeating my RNG. Okay, that's literally the game at that point. And you guys can do this for your entire inventory, and you guys could probably be maybe 5 to 7 days in. I want to say that's around the time I was over here, and with a little bit of like focused grinding and enough just like save the money, I would probably say like saving around maybe around 200, 250k, you could probably roll like god gear. Not the full set, but like you understand every piece would basically be like 4, right? Like that's a minimum. So you have to have 4 of those. It's 25k each. So if you're gonna use them all up and all damage, yeah. But if you're gonna use some HP ones, you could also do it with that one. You could do it with the HP ones. So I mean, statistically, you just do the math per item. But like on the bare minimum of a 4, of a 4-row one or a 5-row one, you're looking at 125,000 just for the scrolls, and it'll take you 2 days to get them because you need 5. So 125,000 just for the scrolls, and let's say each one is 4,500 for the I don't know what you would call them, but they're like cubes. If you play MapleStory, they're cubes. If you don't play MapleStory, the little reroll things that give you these percentages, yeah. The wheels, what 4,500 times, I'd say 20 is the safe bet. That's another 90k. So at hold on, I'm doing math for you guys. Okay, 215. Like I said, yeah, about 250. Let's say 250,000 per item. And like I said, depending on your RNG, you might be able to roll a green and like a few, and then you could save the rest for something else. But 250k per item, and you guys could have monster gear. And this is like a snowball effect. I mean, at the end of the day, if you have one item that's giving you plus 30 damage, that's better than your weapon already. My weapon is a 37 damage weapon, okay? So you're basically having dual weapons. Like right now, this or like this one is, yeah, this is like basically half my weapon alone, and this is without rolling stats or anything. This is basically a weapon. This is a little I mean, you're looking at this and this combined. That's another weapon. So like I have 1, 2, and 3 technical weapons. If you want to really get nitty gritty. So you could imagine how that's off of just like adding some of them together. If I was to really be thirsty and make one just full send god tier as possible. 3. I know that's crazy, but come on. Okay. By the way, it has to be over 3. Minimum, you want to be doing this for an over 3. Because 3, I can just get that little gold one. And then I just do 50-50. Minimum, you want to do over 3. Okay? Cool. Anyways, I've been yapping for too long. But like I said, 250k could probably get you all of this. And then this one. But once again, this is a cheese. Kind of an exploit. We're exploiting the save system in the game. And the fact that they don't have intermittent saves or time-based saves. And they also don't have event-based saves. So like if, for example, every time I use one of these, it's saved, that would stop this. So that being said, it could be patched. This is just something that you can do right now if you really wanted to. I should make this a short, but I'm going to just put this all in my video and I don't care. But if anyone wants to make this tip a short, yeah, feel free, because I'm lazy. I'm not going to lie. I'm lazy and I don't want to make this a short. I also don't know how. I have to learn how to make shorts. So, yeah. I hate this game. But you can tell how many of these it would take if I actually was to try to do it legitly. So, BRB. Alright, and after everything, we ended up with this. I did the little RNG thingy, as you guys can tell. I have 19 left. I had 22. This is my second roundabout, so technically I've used like 20, something like 26 of them. And I got 50%. I could be more greedy for it and go for more, but honestly, this is plenty. We're at 449 in damage. And if you guys want to see what that translates over to, keep in mind, this is also, I don't have a reason. But yeah, basically that's fine by me. I can go more glass cannon and drop my health, and even like I said, if you really, sky's the limit with this thing. I can go and get a second one of these and make that one pure attack. I can literally get like a second set of everything and make it all pure attack, and then go around and run around with that, and that'll probably put me like well into the thousands in damage. And yeah, I don't even have my earrings yet. Okay, so anyway, that's it for tip number 2, which is basically the soft resets for you to get more damage and stuff like that. Let's move on to some other things that I wanted to cover. One, also, there's been a new update, so now you can teleport to wherever you have hot springs, so like here and stuff like that. But for that, you need to be on that map. So let's go over this way. But let's see with this stuff. Okay, so one of the main things that I had a big problem with was setting up everything. Okay. So major things that I definitely wish I knew a little bit sooner. One, these are their spawn points, okay? You can literally navigate around the map and look where everything is going to spawn. That way you know exactly what to do. Two, these solid blocks are amazing for things like these portals, okay? So, let's start this one up. So, do you see? Now they can't go this way, right? They can't interfere with this. This is still shooting through it. That is still shooting through it. You can tell right there. Yeah. Still shoots through. If I wanted to be more efficient right now, I'm also going to get a quick look. I can really switch this to this, switch this one instead to this one, and then take this off. These guys don't do no damage to me. But this. Put something like this. Anyways, main thing, I'm blocking off this route right here. This is one thing that's important. I need these guys to spawn in. They're gonna go this way, but as you can tell, sometimes they fall and they get pushed this way. But stop them from going in. I'll just get off the wall. They can't get through. That goes through. What I just got +1 on it. I got something. This, I made this a farming thing, so I'm going to show you another one. That being said, over here, we're going to help with this way. Okay, so for this one, here's tip number 4. I can tell you guys what all of these do. Movers. Activate these if you don't know what these do. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the best one right here. Movers only activates your fans, your teleporters, your pushers, your rollers. All of this stuff are movers. Now, attackers are anything that does damage. That's your fire, your blades, your arrows, all of that stuff is attacking. So if you want it to farm on its own, if you want to get you things like this, then you don't attack its own. If you want to farm it yourself, so you can either level it up, or so that you can get EXP or level yourself, or you want an item like the beds from this place, then you'd want to keep it on. You don't want to keep the attackers on. but there is some places where you'll need it. So for example, the last map, I need the explosion to go off to break their helmet. I can't damage it. Unless I do this build where I'm like, it's up to you. If you don't like this and you want to keep using it hard, you can just put some bears on the top and only activate them. You probably won't do your build. Basically how you would change your build from a farming build to a training location. So training, only movers are possibly needed. Farming, attackers possibly needed. Main two things you guys could take away from what I know is that place with the iron. These are the level 15s. They're consistently level 15. And they also dropped iron ore, which sells for a good amount of money. So if you want to make some good money and farm and get the most XP you possibly can at the latest game possible, this is where you want to be at. These guys are also level 15 and they dropped the purple glove. So if you're trying to farm material or the item for your build, go ahead and you can farm here. But both those are fine, dandy. Everything else is basically level 2 and stuff like that, so you do get reduced EXP. The only thing that gives me decent EXP now is probably this one, but I mean, at 100,000 killing a rock because I kill. Another tips for completing some of these, okay? All of these can be really easily completed once you kind of get your farms really like sorted out. For my farms, let's go back to base for this. For my farms, the 3 most important things I would say, this is really cool if you are someone that likes to farm on site a lot. This gives you your skill recharges pretty often, which are basically the bars at the bottom. Early game, this is useless. You just don't have enough things, and auto attacking is probably way faster. This plus this plus this, or even this plus this, this plus this, anything that goes through fire catches on fire. If these bombs touch fire, it blows up. Okay. Put this somewhere where all of your machines are gonna interact with it. So your arrows could catch on fire, so they get blown up, and then you want them passing through. So make sure that anywhere your channel, they don't actually have to pass through it. Being realistic, as long as they touch it, they're fine. So if all of your mobs are gonna get funneled in right here, I would be placing that bad boy right here. Okay, that would go right there, so that everything touches it, they get a thing, and then they do an AOE damage around it. Ad clearing is the most important thing. 2, don't sleep on this dragon. Well, not really 2, this is like 5. This dragon is super important. You get the resources for it at night. So past, I want to say 9 p.m. or something like that, the ghosts start coming out. When you get strong, you really want to start farming them, because you get stuff like this. Crit rate. This is the only crit rate you have in the game. You can't do crits without this. And this is crit damage. Your crit damage is off bat 100% more, but it's always good to have extra. If you want to make sure your farms are doing good, autos 1 and 2 add more damage. 20% or 18% damage is still something. You have to understand it. It's still something. When some of the machines are doing 250 damage, that 20% or 18% is giving you that little extra oomph. Plus it being on fire and all of that stuff. Loot these 2, honestly, in my opinion, early game they're kind of good, because touch damage is a thing, so the further or the quicker you can just snatch something while staying mobile is better. If you have to get really close to it and for some reason one of the mobs is hovering around it, you're gonna end up taking touch damage. There is no way of healing in this game, not realistically. You'd have to go to a food stall and heal up, or you'd have to pop the tea, which only heals you for 150 to 150. 2 separate ones, by the way. So there's no lifesteal in this game. There's nothing like that for you to regen mana, the passive HP regen. HP in this game is very, very important. So early game, when you don't want to be touching a lot of things and you want to stay vigilant, I would say these 2 are good. Smelt, I so far have never found a reason to want to use it. That's ass. Wakefulness, I love a lot. Wakefulness gives you extra time on top of. So if you're gonna go ghost farming, wakefulness is good. I get to be up until 4 a.m., which means I can fight these ghosts deep into the night, solo dolo. For this spot, I was given this on the Discord for this game. They said that this spot is the one. Okay, if you can set up some platforms here, like so, or is it? Put that platform down so that you don't fall through. Oh, I messed that up. Hold up. And just so that you don't fall through, or if you do fall through, you can catch yourself and you don't go all the way down. You gotta stop doing that. Oh my Lord, have mercy. I'm not doing this on purpose, I'm sorry. Okay, cool. So basically, this is just to prevent you from falling all the way down if you do happen to fall off. Okay, one of the things that they did is they put one of these bad boys like that so that you can reset yourself. You see? So now if the ghosties start trying to touch you, you can stay mobile. Or you can get out of there. I really gotta figure that out. But whatever. I was doing it right. There we go. You gotta just spam it fast. This right here makes it to where no ads spawn in here. I don't know if that affects ghosts or not. I feel like it does. But so you can take that off. And you can let ghosts spawn in here. These other guys will spawn in here, but by the time you get strong enough, honestly, nothing's touching. Okay, so you guys can just kind of set it up like that. By the way, stone walls, something I didn't, I should have mentioned. This is a little extra hint. Stone walls, even though they go invisible when the nighttime comes, they still stop them from moving. We're actually getting to the nighttime. I'll show you guys. Stone walls technically still hold physicality, like the ability to like retain things or like not let them pass through. The ghosts are the only things that get impacted by it, where they can fully go through. But as you see here, you'll see that this isn't set up right, like so he's able to go through. We're gonna turn this on, okay, and then we're gonna let nighttime come. Let nighttime come. I don't know if that's a glitch or that's intended, but I did notice that and I was like, oh, that's so that could help you set up ghost forms, like the one I'm trying to do. So you set up some walls on both sides and you basically stop the ads from coming through and you keep the middle just for yourself. Just for yourself. And all you would do, and the only way I would set that up is I basically would set up fans, push them out the way, and then have the wall like protecting or like stopping them. Oh, they did fix it. Okay, well that's fine. No, wait, did they not? I feel like they did. He's moving a little funny. Let me see. Part of me thinks they are. But yeah, the ghosties are good for fun. So anyways, I can show you guys now. Hold on, let's go to map, this one. Now we can go from here. Oh, I turned myself on fire. Oh, I clicked off the screen. And I can hang out here till 4 in the morning. Just farming goes. Here we go. Pop that cat. Shoot this thing. Little ones. I mean, yeah. The world is your oyster. That's what I love about this game. It is a sandbox. So you can do whatever you want. However you want to do it. But these are just a couple things that I learned and I want to show you guys. That's super important. But that last tip, and then after this, basically, I'll give you guys my overall review of the game. And then, well, actually, no, after this, I'll do one more tip for you guys that I think that you guys should do as soon as humanly possible. Okay. Besides setting up your farms as soon as you can, the number one farm that's super important to do is going to be the farm that you do at the beginning to get the mana, because you need 100 mana to get more mana sims. So start hoarding as much mana as possible. You want maybe look at this, how many I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. You're more than welcome to assume that's enough for you. You could fill up the whole map. You know, like I said, I really don't care. You can do with your world what you want. I have 5 of them. I have 1 for my manas. This is the day one, the best one I had. For these 2 oils, because they're very necessary, and lantern paper, it's also very necessary. Wood and purple manas, they're good late game. They carry you late game. They're good for the nether stuff that you need to get. Stone and coal is needed so you can make iron. You need coal to make iron. It's like Minecraft. Then eventually this will be your late end game farm, because this is basically the best XP you could possibly get right now. Unfortunately, Paldea just doesn't have good EXP. I know the duckies are here, and I know that you guys will probably be like, oh yeah, kill the ducks. Yeah, the ducks are only going to take you so far. Okay. That being said, let's go and... Oh, well, I guess I could just do the last one right here. Sewers. The sewers are not unlocked, okay? When you first get them, you're going to have to traverse the map. The main things I would say take away from everything I've done is 1, build as many torch lanterns, so you're going to need a lot of coal. Build as many torch lanterns as you possibly can. What is up with the floating head? Whatever, not the point. Oh, this shows you where all the bosses are. Cool. If you can get to the other side of this tunnel, right? So you're gonna have to go up here when you first start, and you're gonna have to traverse the land. Get through to the tunnels as soon as possible. Take them, because then it'll unlock it, and then the next time you come down, you can use them to get around. I really recommend this mechanic, okay? Because what you can do, something like this, where you go through here and go back up through here, and then look, now I'm over here. It's a way of getting around, and I really think that you guys should. You guys should really take advantage of this as soon as possible, because honestly, it's game changing. All right, it really is. I want to say 3 of them, just for what I need for the ring, for the earring. I mean, okay, this is game changing for you to do early on. Wait, I think I went the wrong way. Hold up, BRB. I'm gonna sort this out. But yeah, anyways, traversal through and get to the other side of the pipes, and it's not hard to you'll figure that out. But bring a lot of lanterns and bring cannons if you can. For that, you just need iron. So iron, make as much iron and coal as possible. Like I said, those are the very end game things that you need, because they help out for here. Look, I built like 50 something lanterns or something like that. I built an insane number. Or was it 150? I'm down to 38. That tells you how many you probably will need. You could do the math, but definitely over 100 lanterns will just make everything just so much easier for you. I don't know why you guys wouldn't want everything to be easier for you. But as many lanterns as you can get, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have them dumb. Here, we're gonna go for one run where I actually try to. This guy does not want to give me my... This earring is the hardest thing for me to get, I swear. But anyway, that was me trying to get the earring. Yeah, on that note, that was the last piece of advice I could tell you guys. To make the sewers a lot easier on yourselves, just clear the pipes, get up to them, and then that way you can come back on the third attempt, and you'll have a whole bunch of different routes that you can try to take on. You can also take on that little mouse pretty early. I don't want to be like someone to tell you how early you do it, but maybe theoretically, I want to say like around day 5 or so, you should be strong enough to do it. But it'd be up to you guys if you want to attempt it. But like, yeah, I think day 5 or so will have you guys like almost one-shot these guys. I want to say with those earrings, I'll be able to one-shot everything in here for the most part, except for these guys, which... So that'll be that. Okay, BRB, I'm gonna go and set up for the last scene. So I want to basically go and knock out the last couple of missions I have, which is deliver this stone, set up for this one. I gotta go farm for this, and then I'm gonna get this to level 9 and some change, and then buy or go get the things I need to buy these, and then that way I can close out with showing you guys this as my last thing I complete on screen. Okay, so BRB. Oh, okay, well, we accidentally turned in the last thing, and this is basically the end content. But yeah, cool. I'll wrap it up right now. By the way, we did get the earrings, and after this I will show you guys the end result. PS, I didn't know if I mentioned this already, but if you look at the color of the outer border, whenever you pop them, it'll show you what it's going to become. So right now I'm basically looking for green, because it already tells you what it's going to be, so I don't really need to wait it out. That's yellow, that's purple, it'll be yellow, it'll be a green, and for the first time ever it's full damage in green, and I do not want that. So we keep rolling. Another full green. But I need a full health, or else I can't hit that 180 mark. Fortunate, but yeah. Oh, another full green, and another half-ass. Yeah, like I said, it needs to be full. Another full green. Oh my gosh, I am just not getting lucky. I'm trying to get that one. But this is the luckiest set of spins I've done so far. And then we just reset because I didn't get the one I needed, and so on and so forth. I'm trying to get the achievement for the 180 health. So yeah, BRB when I get that. We got it, and there it is, 188, ladies and gentlemen. Also, these are our earrings. Final results. I kept that half and half. It's green and it's pretty good. This is also a half and half, but it's fine. A little extra HP never hurt nobody. The hat, or yeah, basically this is one of my worst things I own. I could re-roll it. 45, 15, 15, yeah. This is a 15. It's whatever, honestly. I'm gonna keep it as is. There's another assignment complete. Okay, well, we're gonna keep knocking out all of these, and then I'll get back to you guys once we're done with everything, okay? BRB. Right, I forgot about this guy. We'll check it out real quick. What is this? What is this? Alright. Alright, back to this location, and then let's go back this way. Where are those? There it is. Those are the ones I was looking for. Care about you, sir. About? Gotta look around for mushrooms. If I can find any. I think so. Trying to find everything I can. We're doing the pet one, all right? I'll be back, guys. Don't worry. We're on it. Look, you see? I'm collecting everything. I'm almost there, I'm telling you guys. I'm on it. Okay, defeating for Akka, and we're done. The Ice Queen completed. She is a level 20 Foxy. Proud of her. Let's go. We're gonna finish up by building the last thing, and then we are basically wrapping this up soon. Okay, so these are done. These are the two I have to do right now. I'm literally gonna go do this one right now, and then I'll start working on that one, which shouldn't hopefully take me forever. But yeah. Oh yeah, I came back here for a reason. Just to make sure I get enough of the panties. We're gonna real quick transform this one, so I'm not planning on fighting anything. Force 1, force 2, force 3. Okay, and then we're just gonna go for honestly probably looting, just so I can get maximum range, be out as far as possible, and then we'll do that. Because I don't care about what the other ones are. We did just sleep. So if I wanted to, I could roll against these, but I'm not going to right now. What was I gonna do? Okay, yeah, 2 swords. this will be the sewer run right here. I like this one. You see? One of those. Our forging is up. So, I mean, it's as good as it's gonna get. All things considered. Be more than enough for what I need. I'm just gonna go and look for honestly whatever I can. Perfect. Look around. There we go. No, there it is. Gotta look around. I know this is one of the more darker places I have not actually lit up. Look at this. It'll take me longer to just light it up real quick, yeah? Okay, and now we just fill that up and then and now we're done. So we came out with 10 of these, which is more than enough for what I am doing. But that is fine. Okay, go this way. Could fight that boss, but I don't need to. So I'm done with everything I need this place for. And let's go back real quick and turn this in. And then I'll be right back after I do the last thing. This one. Oh, I need a bunny. BRB, let me get the bunny. Alright, kill the bunny. And craft. And that is that done. Alright, and now we're off to here. And we're gonna stay here and grind for hours on end. Have to leave the attackers on. So I'll be back when this is done. See you guys then. Alright guys, you know what? It's already 1 in the morning and I'm still grinding this out. I've already like on day 101. It's insane. In the game. I'm gonna wrap this up. We're gonna leave the 10 thing. I'll literally do it tomorrow and then you're gonna see that part of me getting to 10 and maxing this out. At the very end, but basically know that I took a whole other day just to record that part because I don't want to do the thing where I'm promising you guys that I'll 100% the game and then I don't 100% the game. Okay, so we're already here. We've gone this far. Got this into 8, and yeah, I might as well finish it. But let's take time right now, and we're gonna go here. We're gonna go home. Okay, I'm gonna go here. And we're gonna go fight these bosses real quick. We're gonna go try to find the 2 bosses that spawn, hopefully. Yeah, they don't show in this one, so we have to go look for them. But one's a clown and the other one, I actually don't know what the other one is, to be honest with you. Here we go. It's a car. That's so funny. I actually have never seen it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay, okay. I was unaware that this car hits like a freaking truck. Oh my lord. Okay. All right, hold on. We're gonna get this bastard. Where is he? I don't even know where he went. The car is beating me. The car is beating me. Okay, this might be a 2-day process here. Because I ain't getting whooped. Let's see. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh my god. Alright. The raccoons in the way are not helping the situation. You know what? I just realized something. I probably don't have the right loadout for this. Yeah, I'm running around with like a dumb loadout. I need like a lot of defense. This guy's hitting obscene numbers. I don't need to really jump a lot. Let's try something like this, and then maybe a double jump just to keep me as safe as possible. Okay. The fact that you did so much. What? He got me with like the hairs of his chin. We got it. We got it. He's such a strong freaking boss, bro. Doesn't even give me. Pisses me off. Whatever. We got it. I'm probably gonna run into the duck right now, but I kinda wanna fight it, but let's go look for it. Oh, okay, never mind. We're not gonna look for it. You know what? We're coming back for the duck. I need all 3 of my lives, because these guys are apparently, I didn't know that they hit like that. Okay, that's 1 down. Wait, am I supposed to beat them all in 1 day? No. Okay, cool. Let's sleep. And then let's beat the last one, and then we'll call it here. And like I said, I'm gonna say my goodbyes and everything, the outro, and then I'll just insert me wrapping up the last thing. And then I'll add my final notes here. Okay, basically, 1, love this game, super cute, love the idea, I love the originality, I love the inspiration from MapleStory, which is a game that's been around for forever, and the fact that literally no one's taken inspo to that game is insane. Honestly, it's crazy. That game's been around for God knows how long. Okay. Alrighty then. I mean, I don't. See, the problem is I can't. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna we're gonna. I don't know what you're I don't get it. What do you do? I don't like you. But yeah, anyways, the fact that no one's gotten anything out of this game and didn't inspire to create a game like this is insane. Because I do love MapleStory, but the FOMO of it really does kill me. Along with this is this game is great. I can't wait to see more classes. I would love to have used the hammer person or the umbrella person. The umbrella person being a single target, being very boss focused. That would have been cool. The sandbox aspect of the game, where you basically create your own training sections and all of that stuff. Also, kind of the routes you can take, where you either do hardcore training and like level up and then take on the bosses, or you can do where you get your gear in order. I'm gonna show off the gear while I'm rambling. All of this stuff is really sick. I think that that made a huge difference in the fact that I approached the game differently, and I've watched someone stream the game, and they had a whole different approach than I did. They didn't beat the final boss, unfortunately, so I didn't know that. I just watched it like not long ago while I was basically doing all the grinding. So these are all my little tidbits and tadbits. I also did complete the gacha machine that's over here. But yeah, even this is cool, where you're like, I have a sense of like pride in the fact that I've completed this, all items obtained. And I could go out of my way and hit the town and go get more hair colors and hairstyles. I have a good amount of coins actually. How many coins do I have? 14 coins. And just everything in general, being able to have my own little base. I got this to level 10. This plays a good role in how your game actually works out, so I do recommend messing with that dragon if you do play this. The pets, I can't wait to see more of other pets and see what those become, and potentially having pets that actually are a little bit more useful. Would have loved to have seen this guy transform, or this girl transform into a bigger fox or something like that. Also would have loved to have seen a fox that can fly, or a flying pet that could have attacked the things that were hanging above, because yeah, that sucked that I couldn't get those. I love that there's towns and everything, like you could tell that this is a beginner area and then everything is like another one. The reason I say I love these, and I know like these are like core features for a lot of people, I love this because it's an early access game. You have to understand, he could have crammed everything into one location. He didn't have to give you two locations. He didn't even have to give you the sewer thing as well. So it's an early access game, and like he added, or he implemented all of these things into the game to make it feel more like unique in a way. I can't get every color, so that sucks. Let's get black, let's get red, dark green, and the limest of greens. I love a blonde. Dark purple. All full black eyes. There's the blue. And then purple for those two. Alright, cool. And we'll just keep the last two for I don't know what. But customizing my character and being able to do all that, that was cool. I think it'd be cute if he implemented where these would be your friends, like on your friends list. You'd be able to see them running around and see how their characters look and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. The pet, the aesthetic pet is cute. I like that addition. I was hoping that was just another pet, but it wasn't. So that's fine. It's whatever, like I said, for this to be an early game, like, here you go, now she's old enough to drink. Okay. It has a lot, and it has so much promise, and I can't wait to see what this game becomes, and I can't wait to see the other classes. I am going to do another playthrough I'll do another series when he releases the other classes. And I'll do a zero to hero run where I basically start that character from scratch and see how far I get. And then I'll make one per character, because I genuinely, this game is awesome. One of the things that is a gripe with me is every time I teleport somewhere, the screen goes beyond white, and that's every spot. That is too damn bright. Okay, I want a different transition, because that would, it was killing my eyeballs. And yes, it is noticeable. Okay, it's beyond noticeable. So, that was one of my bigger like moments where I was like, okay, like this is kind of annoying. I had fun making the character. I did try to play it the legit way, where most of my gear is legitly made. Okay, it literally was until the very, very end. This basic episode is when I figured out, one, that cheese, and two, I actually used it, and it was just so I can get this over with, basically, because it was already dragging on for too long, and I didn't know how much grinding I had in me. But that being said, you guys can tell, I'm gonna call it here. Genuinely super happy. If you guys enjoyed the series, check it out. The game is Yuma on Steam. I'll see if I can get a Steam link, and I'll attach it into the description below, so you guys can check it out for yourselves. I think it was like 17 bucks when I got it. If you guys feel like there's not enough content for you, this is it, by the way. Okay, where I'm at now is the last of it. Like, there's nothing else beyond this. I've basically beaten the game. If this is not enough content for you, don't grab it yet. Okay, it's not the game for you yet. Give it some time, give it a chance. If you are just wanting to try something new, there's nothing that you guys are really enjoying, this game caught my attention. And it kept my attention the whole time. All right, I'm not fully beaten out. Most indie games I've played, I mean, you guys have been watching the channel, we're hopping games all the time, but this game got me hooked and got me stuck, and I really was enjoying doing everything. And I am sorry that a lot of this was long-winded, and I am sorry that my guide was long-winded. That's the first time I've ever tried to do any guides or any tips or anything. Okay, by the way, that's not what we're gonna do on this channel, so don't get used to it. I just happen to play the crap out of this game, and I decided to add my knowledge, because if you YouTube this game, no one's really talking about it. So since I put in the hours and I beat the game, I might as well give you guys some advice on what I did. That's just the way I look at it. But all in all, I had so much fun. Aka was a great partner in crime. I feel like a lot of the times she was just vibing. She was here just for the good energies. And you know, Kai, well, he just hung around. You know, that's usually what he does. I think he was judging me a lot. Look at his eyes, you can tell he judges me a lot. Anyo, I think that was the worst one. She's the laziest part of the crew. I definitely wish that she did more. I don't know, maybe whipped out a hammer here and there and just bop somebody. You know, maybe she became a skill that'd be sick, where she comes out and she fights with you like a little minion for a couple minutes. I don't know. But just to prove you guys that we did have everything, okay, I crafted everything on here. I have it everywhere. I crafted one of everything here. Crafted one of everything here. I crafted one of everything. Crafted one of everything. And I did make this. Okay, so those are all done with. And now for my monsters. These are all the monsters that you will fight throughout this game. If you don't want spoilers, please go away now. But these are everyone that you can fight. And I've put in the duck, the squirrel, raccoon, a car. That is ass. So it's just mooning me on the moon roof. Alright. And then this thing. Huh. I might go for that belt. No, I'm not. You know what? I'll leave that belt there. That'll give me a reason to come back. That'll be the reason I come back to this game, and I farm that out. So we're gonna check this game out after some time, after it's done enough. But anyway, wait, I forgot. Okay, and then sewers. I hate these things, by the way. They suck. They have so much movement. This one's kind of annoying. Those are whatever. These are in the sewers. I was gonna go farm another headband, but then I was kind of over it. The cape, I was so glad I got that. This is really hard to get, actually. I don't know why it's called rare. It's not rare. I think it's hard to get. And then here is the spectral ring and the legendary drop. I showed you guys how to cheese that. You could do that while the game is still allowing you to do it. But yeah, that's basically gonna be it for me, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the series. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys love the fact that we 100%ed this game, and you guys want to see me play this again when it comes out, please leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and subscribe for future content. Okay, we got so much more games to come out and so much more games to check out. So if you guys are enjoying what I am doing, please just hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
The next day.
Recording. 99%, as promised, everyone. We are gonna hit the last 1% together. Hopefully, I think I can do it in this one. Let's see. I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word right now. You guys are probably hearing my girl in the background. She's talking to me, but I really want to get this part out, and this is gonna go at the end of the video. Anyways, final thoughts on the game. The game is super fun. I can't wait for more stuff to come out on it. I'm gonna definitely play it when more things come out. The developer already sent up a poll on the Discord for what future things are coming out. Most people are voting for classes and future, basically, like patches and stuff like that, which I think it's about right what I want. I just want more content, maybe another class. I'd prefer more content over another class, because a new class with the same content isn't gonna feel different. So I'd rather you come out with more content and then drop a new class, so that way I can try all the new content with a different class. That's the way I look at it. And then also maybe polish up some of the things that are currently in the game. So I ended up with $457,000. Keep in mind, I have been buying these little tags in between sessions, so I have 24 of them. You guys could do the math on however many that is, at 25k each, and I've bought 75 of these. This was because I was gonna make better gear, but then I just went against it and I just kept grinding. And let's go turn this in, and that will be the end of this series. I already said my goodbyes at the end of the actual video, but I'll say it again here real quick because we're already here. And then look at that. Look at my board. Complete. Claim. What is this? Wait, what? What? I already did this. You guys saw me do it. Oh, well, whatever. I don't know why I didn't count it. But that's that. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, bye!
A few moments later.
All right, real quick, look at that, 100%. I went back and I beat their ass again, all right? Bye.